Messiah, an iconic musical piece that has been performed all around the world, but now it has the sound of home. In the early 1980s, Michael Masote, founder and conductor of the Soweto Symphony Orchestra, began to translate sections of this oratorio into 9 South African indigenous spoken language. This resulted in the performance of The Black Messiah in 1983. This was, of course, in line with the then prevailing blank consciousness social and political movement.
Also very mindful of promoting the marginalized languages, for lack of a better word. For example, the most famous piece of classical music, in my opinion, Hallelujah Chorus, comes from Messiah. And he put that in Venda because he wanted to profile that language. So it is a real work of art. I think the translations, some people feel, oh, why did you spoil it? It was already perfect. But I think he just amplified it, actually, because now it rings more true to a bigger audience.
Masote also added Afrikaans under the new democratic dispensation and retained some of the original English libretto to give birth to the South African Messiah, intended to coincide with the completion of the new constitution in 1996. The South African Messiah has since been performed by various choirs, mostly in Gauteng, most notably by the Boneso Dumo choristers with the Johannesburg Philharmonic Orchestra in 2001. Masote's work was recognized by the Pan-South African Languages Board for his use and promotion of South Africa's languages in his translated version.
Again, as South Africans, this is a great opportunity to embrace our culture through music, bringing people from various backgrounds, cultures together in one place and experience the uniqueness, if I can call it that, of South Africa and South African music, using, as people would say, a Western piece dated back to the 1700s.
The Eastern Cape Philharmonic Orchestra will present the South African Messiah at the Feather Market Centre on Sunday, an experience that promises to be electric.
A few times in English, but this will be my first time as a soloist on the South African version of the work. And I think it's beautiful. When you think of classical music, very often we ascribe it to more of a Western or European kind of art form. And to be able to do a work that has such a rich history, but grounded in something that makes it accessible and local in the 11 South African official languages is just something that connects way better with the audience and for us as a performer to sing in something that is so close to home.
For Kutlwana Masote, this performance is particularly special. He is conducting his father's translated version.
The translation is, when my father translated this, he tried to ascribe every little section, whether it's a chorus or an aria or this or that, within Messiah, to different languages, seeing which one works with which passage best without altering the music. So basically bending the texts in different languages, and some languages are more wordy than others, into it. So we've got Afrikaans eventually. I spoke earlier about it starting as Black Messiah because of the Black Power era. But as democracy dawned in South Africa, he did some Afrikaans translations and then some original English he retained again, so that it's this perfect 11 language thing.
The combination of the musical talents of the choir and the orchestra makes this performance like no other.
The choir in this piece, it almost symbolizes the kind of the collective of humanity, or the collective human race. So you've got the soloists that tell very maybe individual perspective stories, and then you've got the choir that symbolizes kind of all of us. It's for people who know this piece, who have heard this piece before. I think they will all agree with me when I say when the choir enters for the first time, it's this goosebumps moment. We just know exactly, we are speaking.
Curtains open at 12:30 on Sunday at the Feather Market Hall in Gqeberha. Lerato Fekisi, SABC News, Gqeberha.